Hey everybody, Tim from Rated RV. I'm going to do an oil change on my Encore today. It's F53 Oil Change with the V8 Godzilla motor. So we're going to go underneath, see how it's done.
These are the tools and supplies I use to do this whole job. 5W30, full synthetic motor oil, 8 quarts total, a transfer pump to get the oil into the engine, latex gloves, a 13mm socket, a strap oil filter wrench, and this Motorcraft oil filter, and I'll put the link from Amazon in the description.
All right, so we're underneath the coach right now. So here's the oil filter. Here's your drain plug. This is the oil pan. I'm going to use a funnel. I'm going to pop the plug. I'm going to use the funnel to get it into the pan. But the first thing I'm going to do is drop the oil filter and replace that. Let that start draining out. So it's real important to have rags standing by, and you want to check the surface of where the oil filter seal goes on and make sure that there's nothing left there, no debris, no spider cocoons. Before you put the new filter on, so I like to take a little bit of oil, lube up the gasket on the new oil filter before we put it back on. Clean it up a little bit. Only needs to go on finger tight. You don't want to put it on with a wrench. I do have the oil filter wrench here if I needed to take it off, but I didn't need to use it this time because I just changed the oil before our trip. All right, so there's 2 gallons of oil in this engine. The engine holds 8 quarts, which is 2 gallons. And so you want to make sure that you have, this is an 11-quart pan. You want to make sure you have a pan big enough to hold at least 8 quarts or a little more. Drain plug on the oil pan is 13mm. So I have a 13mm socket. I'm going to pop this. It's loose. I'll get this ready. And hopefully not get a face full of oil, because that'll be the blooper reel. So I'm going to show you where, in relation to the hood, it's not really easy to get to where the oil filler is. Here's the oil filter right at the top. There's a cap on it right here. Twist the cap off. That's what the cap looks like. You can see there's not a lot of room up there. So I'm going to pump it in, see how this works. Right, so here's the setup I use. Here's the pump. This is the gallon jug that I pull from. That's the regular oil jug. I just threw a piece of plywood across the frame mounts for the front end, just as a little table. And I pumped 2 gallons of oil into the engine. I'm going to go start it up, let the oil filter warm up, pull the dipstick and check it, make sure our level's full, and wrap this thing up. Here's the 2 dipsticks. This one's for transmission fluid, this one's for oil. It's really super long, so I'm going to pull the oil out, check it, and make sure that our level's correct. Top it off if I need to. you can see this thing's over like probably 5.5 feet long. We're full. That's great. That's 2 gallons of oil in there. Full and clean.